right, everybody. Thanks for responding on the Facebook. I'm putting together a little yoga video for you guys, and I just need to get this off my chest. This feels super weird for me. I don't really like recording myself, but it's good for me to step out of my comfort zone. So here I go. All right. We'll need a block for today. So if you've got one of these, it'll help. Not necessary, but if you have a yoga mat, you can use it. Again, not necessary, but I won't be using one. Let's close our eyes and take a few cleansing breaths here. Take big old inhales and exhales. And maybe start to tune in a little bit to that breath. And allow yourself to feel when you exhale a letting go. Maybe a feeling of weighted, grounded, foundational presence from your belly button down to your feet. Just kind of exhaling and rooting yourself into the ground here. And contrastly, when you inhale, perhaps you can feel your heart lift right up and a little bit of space opening across the chest. Noticing that both are required for this solid foundation and a little extra space for movement. Think about what it is that allows you to feel solid, rooted, connected. Who or what in your life provides that foundation for you? And as you inhale and you feel your spine get a little taller and your heart open a little more, what is it that you are willing to risk? Who is it that you are willing to be vulnerable for? And allow yourself to get big across the chest, in the mind and in the breath. And when you're ready, just let the mind quiet down a little bit. Notice the inhales and the exhales. And we'll time some movement to it here. So generally, when you inhale, we'll tilt the chin back, we'll lift up, take it all in. Create space and length. When you exhale, fold in on yourself. Maybe in this case, round the spine. Inhale, unfurl the spine, draw the shoulders back, lift in the heart. Exhale, round. Draw the belly button up, in towards the spine. Inhale once again. Lift the head and heart. And let's come to a neutral spine here. We'll begin standing at the top of our mat. We'll make some camera adjustments here. Reach the arms up overhead. Scoop that tailbone underneath. Deep breath in. Exhale, swan's eye forward. Lead with the heart, chin, forehead, crown of the head. Fold here. Might be nice to bring a block here. Just lift the floor up to you so you can really lengthen out the backs of the legs here and fold a little deeper. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale and fold. Let's put the weight in the hands. Stepping back to high plank. Checking that you guys can see me in the camera there. Lengthen out through your spine. Exhale, lower down. Shoulders lift. Put the toenails into the floor. Lift the heart here. Deep breath in. Check in with your hands. Root down with that index finger knuckle and push the knees into the ground. Settle on back into child's pose here. You can tuck the toes. Lift yourself back up into a tabletop position. Check the knees are underneath the hips. Exhale, round the spine here. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, melt the heart here. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, melt the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, melt the heart here. And tuck the toes. Straighten the legs out behind you first. And then lift the hips and send the heart back towards the toes. And finding downward facing dog here. Alternate the knees. Work the hips from side to side. Wake up the low body. Draw the belly button in. And settle both heels in towards the ground. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Maybe finding the floor feels really far away, so maybe lifting up a little bit. Lengthen out in the backs of the legs and fold here. Let the head and neck relax. And find that breath again. Push down with the legs as you round up vertebrae by vertebrae. Stack those hips right over those knees over the ankles. Reach the arms out to the sides. Swan dive forward here. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale and fold. Put the weight in the hands and step back once again. Find that high plank. Lift in the low belly. Slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra. Or if you're feeling good, want to straighten those arms, lift them up, shoulders back, chest is high. Exhale, child's pose here. Okay. All right, slowly round up, coming back into a tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes this time. Float the knees just an inch off the ground, no more. You're going to exhale, round the spine. Inhale, melt the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, melt the heart. One more time. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, melt the heart.
It's conceivable, yeah.
And lower down. Reach the arms out. Get nice and long here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're good.
All right, rounding back up through that tabletop position. Straighten the legs out behind you. Lift your hips in space. Send the heels into the ground. Alternate your knees here into that downward facing dog. Kind of work the hips from side to side. Ooh. Can you see my belly and my shirt, buddy?
Yeah.
What's that?
You can just see your belly button though.
I don't want to show my belly button. Hips from side to side. There it is. Settle both heels into the ground. Widen your sit bones out behind you. Hug your hands in towards each other. Lift and extend the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee. Bring the knee all the way through center. Place the foot between the hands here. Lengthen out through your spine. Get nice and long. Draw the right hip back. Kind of even use your right hand to push that right hip back. Push into the ground with your legs. Get that foundation nice and strong. If you've got to bend that back knee, that's okay. Rise up. Crescent pose here. Can you see the whole thing, bud?
Not like your hands, but
But most of it?
yeah.
Can you zoom it back a little bit then? Like zoom out so you can see? There you go. Yeah. Find that exhale and that foundation, really root down again. Inhale, lift up through the heart center. Feel a little energy right in that center of the core, just radiate out into the legs, up through the fingertips. One more breath here. On the exhale, bring your hands right through center. Use that to transfer the weight and step the left foot next to the right. Utkatasana, chair pose here. Good. Smooth out the breath. Check that the shins and the spine are vertical, shoulders back. And give me another breath here. Inhale, rise up. Scoop that tailbone under. Exhale, bring the hands right back down to heart center. Moving into warrior three. Put all the weight on the right leg. Let the left leg float just an inch off the ground. Keep your hips nice and square. We're going to just lift that back leg as you bring the body forward. Hands can stay behind you. Keep them energized. Drop the left hip. Reach the arms out to the sides. If you wanted more balance, if you want to rock this thing, bring them right up overhead. Interlace the fingers, steeple the first two. Here's your balance. Lift that back leg. Keep breathing out. Find another breath here. Exhale, release everything to the ground, hands and feet, and coming to that forward fold. And just pause there for a moment. And think about balance is supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to make you feel a little wobbly, a little anxious. It's supposed to make you think about your foundation. Did it turn off? Just just put the little, thank you. Yeah, that's like, I think it still records even when that happens. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, fold. And step the right foot back nice and long. Left leg is in front. Find that crescent pose from the ground up. We're going to energize the legs here. Push into the ground. Use the strength of the legs to lift yourself up. Bring the heart back. Scoop your tailbone under. Ribs back. Slowly start to shift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice little like fire in the belly that radiates out in all directions. Kind of really establishes that foundation in the legs and then opens you up across the chest and your hands. Smooth out your breath. One more breath here. On the exhale, bring your hands right through center to help transfer that weight forward. Step the right foot next to the left. Utkatasana, chair pose. Powerful pose or fierce pose. Just going to turn this way, see a little different angle. Again, that fire in your belly to root down. At the same time, draw the shoulders back, lift up. Option to bring the arms right overhead. And then from here, from that chair pose, we're going to stand up and root right into warrior three. This time, right leg floats behind you. Arms can stay overhead. You can bring them back behind, out like an airplane. It's up to you where you want to go with them. But resist the temptation to open the hips and maintain that right hip dropping down, lifting in the heart, smoothing out the breath. One more breath here. Release everything to the ground, hands and feet, and take that forward fold. Exhale and release the head and the neck. And if you want to bring the block so that you feel that the floor is coming up towards you, give yourself a little more space. Really lengthen in the backs of your legs. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, fold. And put the weight in the hands and step back to high plank. Lengthen out through the spine. Shift those shoulder heads right over the fingertips. Bend at the elbows, lower down to your belly. Shoulders come up and back. Little cobra here. And exhale, child's pose here. Let's come back right into that table tap position again. Check that the right hand and knee are on the same plane. We're going to extend the left leg out behind you. Reach the right arm out behind. Exhale, round through. Pull the knee in towards the elbow. Inhale and extend. Exhale and round. Push the ground. Inhale and extend. Lifting the low belly. Exhale and round. Inhale, extend. Reach, reach, reach. And from here, we're going to place the right hand down. Keep that left leg lifted and engaged. We're going to scoop the hips underneath. Check in with that base shin. Push down into that ground. It's like a modified side plank here. Reach the arms up overhead. You good? Are you leaving me? Okay. Bye. Where are you going? You going outside to play? Okay. Release the left hand down. Straighten the right leg. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe here. Let's come right back up to that table tap position. Check that the left knee is right behind the left hand. We're going to reach the left leg out. Reach the right arm out. Deep breath in. Exhale, round the spine. Push the ground. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Push the ground. Inhale and extend. Exhale, round. Inhale and extend. I'm going to place that left knee on. Did we do that one already? I don't know. Inhale and extend. I don't think we did. Correction. Let's come child's pose. Table tap position. This time, left knee on the ground, right leg extends, left arm extends. Round the spine, push, inhale and extend. Round the spine, push, inhale and extend. Around the spine, push the ground. Inhale and extend. Hold that leg up there. Place the left hand down. We're going to keep that leg right underneath us. The tendency is going to be to wing that leg out for a kickstand. Try and keep it there for balance. Reach the right arm up. Scoop that left hip underneath. Open everything up here. Feel a little wobbly. That's good. I hope you fall. Exhale, release. Straighten the legs out behind you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And let's go back. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Alternate your knees here. Settle both heels into the ground. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Similar vinyasa, a little bit more souped up version of it. Bend the left knee. Bring it all the way through center. Lengthen out through the spine here. Rise up. Find that crescent pose again. Nice and big. Open up the chest. Lift with the heart. On the exhale, from your crescent pose. Now you can move through chair if you want to, but from crescent, let's see if we can find that warrior three. Push into that standing leg. Lift the back leg. Reach the arms out in front. They're behind you for extra balance. Pushing into the ground. Reaching out through your feet, your hands, the crown of your head. One more breath here. Releasing back into that crescent pose. Back where that foot was. Open it up. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to switch those legs 3 times. 1. 2. 3. Here we are with the right leg forward. Push into the ground. Rise up, find that crescent pose again. Open the heart here. Find that balance. Get nice and big and open. Maybe feel a little like risky and vulnerable in that chest and throat area. And then from here, press right into your warrior three. Keep those hips nice and square. Interlace the fingers. And breathe. You're supposed to be a little wobbly. You're supposed to energize, challenge it, push your balance, play with that foundation. Reach that left leg all the way back. Find that crescent pose again. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground. We're switching those legs again 3 times. Push the ground, create space. Hug the knee in, send it back. That's 1. If it doesn't quite get all the way up there, grab it and move it. That's 2. Push the ground, hug it in, switch. That's 3. Nice, you guys. Step the right foot next to the left, forward fold. Energize the legs, but let the upper body just hang. Grab hand to elbow, hand to elbow. Widen the sit bone out behind you. Release the hands, slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach the arms up overhead. Deep breath in, swan dive here. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale and fold. With the weight in the hands, step back to that high plank. Once again, lengthen out, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press those heels into the ground. Feel like you're pushing the ground away, sending your heart back towards your toes. Feel like you're lifting in your kneecaps and you're sending your heels down behind. Meanwhile, the breath is smooth and consistent. And from here, inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bend the right knee, bring it all the way through center. You're going to push into that right leg and find your standing split here. So 3 points. You're welcome to take a block here. Again, if that leg doesn't, has to bend a little bit, you can find the block and then straighten out through that leg and fold at the hips. Bring the forehead to the knee. Square your hips. Now to challenge your balance, take the right hand to the ankle. Left hand also comes to the ankle. And if you are rocking that, put your left hand on your heart. Keep bringing the forehead close to the knee. And from here, welcome to use a block. We're going to open our hips. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. Keep extending. Scoop that right cheek underneath. Radiate out in all directions, and if you can, start to lift up off of that block. Get that back leg lifted. Woo! Be okay with the fall and the balance. Exhale, release the left hand to the ground. Reach that left leg back nice and long. We're going to plant the left knee. Listen carefully. Right leg comes back behind and open it up into that modified side plank. Or plant that leg, slide the leg underneath you, and take a full side plank here. Exhale, right hand comes to the ground. Shift the weight forward, lower down. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more breaths here. You're welcome to take this in child's pose. It's up to you. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee. Bring the knee all the way through center. Place the foot between the hands. Push into that left leg so that you are folding here. Standing split. Option to use the block here in standing split and lift yourself up a little bit. Option to get a little deeper and grab a hold of that ankle with your left hand and maybe the right hand too. Make sure I'm still with you guys. And then let's place that left hand on the block. Lift yourself up and then scoop your hips underneath. Open the heart here. Reach out in all directions. Keep lifting that back leg. Breathing. And listen carefully. Right hand comes down. Left hand comes to the ground. Reaching back nice and long. Plant that right knee. Send the left leg back behind you and find that modified plank here. Or plant the foot. Slide that leg underneath. Lift the hips. And find your side plank here. Exhale, release the left hand down to the ground. Lower down, right through chaturanga. Push yourself up into upward facing dog. And take child's pose here. We're going to swing our legs around behind us and find ourselves in boat pose. Shoulders. Let's take Dandasana first. Straighten those legs out in front. Deep breath in. On the exhale, forward fold here. Excuse me. Go until where you feel like you can feel it in your hamstrings. You lengthen out through your spine. You'll exhale and fold a little deeper. And one more inhale, lengthen. Fold a little deeper. I lied. Let's do another good breath here. Exhale and fold. And slowly round yourself up. See this shape here, this 90 degrees? We want to keep it again. We're just going to tilt the chest back and the torso back, which means the legs are going to come up so we can find that 90 degrees again. Reach the arms out in front. And deep breath. From here, we're opening everything up. On the exhale, we're swinging those arms around back again and finding that boat. Bring the soles of the feet together and forward fold. And slowly round up. Let's do it again. This time, check that the right side of your yoga mat is pretty clear of anything. And if somebody's right next to you, that's okay, because everybody's going to move to the right. So just make sure there's no, furniture or anything like that that can't be moved. If there's a little kid or something, we can move that. Find that L shape again, balancing right on your sacrum. Again, core center nice and tight. Everything else radiating out from there. Maybe even reach with the demi point. We're going to open it up. And just before the shoulders and the heels touch, we're going to roll, controlled roll, onto our bellies. Was it controlled? Lift the head and heart here. One more time, breath in. On the exhale, we are going back. I'm going to use your right hand as a little bit of support to help push, or maybe you don't need that push and you can do it without. Reach back up, find that boat pose. Deep breath in. Open everything up. Exhale back up. This time, check and make sure left side is open, because here we come. Open it up. We're going to move nice and controlled, slow, onto your belly. Lift the head and heart. Arms are straight. Exhale, release. Inhale one more time. Hug those thighs in towards each other. If you want that left hand, put it underneath. Help yourself back underneath. Lift yourself back up into boat. Soles of the feet together. And fold here. And slowly round up. We're going to bring those legs underneath us. Coming back to your forward fold. Root down here. As we round up, we are bringing the right leg with us. So push into the ground with that left leg and bring the right knee up with you as you come up to standing. Hug the knee in towards the chest. Woo. Find your balance. Maybe you fall and wobble a little, that's good. It's part of the day. Hug the knee in towards the chest. Extend the leg right out in front as far as it can go. Reach the arms up overhead. See if you can keep that leg there. Maybe lift it another inch. Bring it behind you. Standing split. Forehead to your knee. Open it up, half moon. Nice and big. Putting in all of our balance moves here. And a few cool transitions. Back to standing split. Square those hips off. Reach the right leg back. Find your crescent pose here. Lift up. Open the chest. On the exhale, bring the hands to frame the foot. Now here we go. We're going to take a switch again, but instead of just stepping, you can float this. We're going to give a little bounce. Float the switch. 2, 3. A little shout out to our Budokan practice there. And from here, let's go backwards. Push into that crescent pose. Open it up here. Lift the heart. Sink into those legs. Breathe. On the exhale, right into that standing split. Use it as a transition. On the inhale, half moon. If you want the black, use it. Put it at about 1 o'clock. Open up though, get nice and big. Really expand. Back to that standing split. Ooh, fixing my shirt. Square those hips off. Did you see that from half moon? Boom, drop that left hip. Keep lifting in the back leg. Release that left leg next to the right foot. Push into the ground. This time root down with the right leg. Push into that right leg. Hug the left knee up in towards the chest. Stack the shoulders right on top of the hips here. Rotate the ankle. Squeeze that knee up as high as it can go, and from there, straighten the leg. Drop that left hip, reach the arms up overhead. Maybe get it up another inch or two. And place the foot down. Forward fold here. Nice, you guys. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale and fold. Coming back onto our seat here. Straighten the legs, deep breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale and fold. Slowly round up. And bend the knees. Balance on that sacrum once again. And this time, instead of straightening the legs, we're going to take the right foot, put it on top of the left. Cross the ankles here. We're going to take the right hand, thread it through that little hole there between the knees. I'm going deep. I'm going underneath. I'm going to hug my knees and pinch them in towards each other and use this as a little twist. It's like a twisty balance, and I can stay right here. And this is it. Be here. But if you want to have a little fun, a little more balance, keep squeezing that upper arm. Hug everything in super tight. Bring those ankles in towards the butt. Bring the hands to the ground. Put the feet on the ground. Use that to lift your hips. Push into the ground. Squeeze that upper arm. Straighten the arms out to the side, or the legs out to the side. Keep squeezing. Bring everything back in. And settle down. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. I'm switcherooning, so you can't, so I don't have my back to you, but I'm doing the other side. Reach the arms up overhead. Well, this one's for me. I'll meet you at the forward fold. Slowly round up. Find that balance again. You can bend your knees. There it is. This time, left leg on top. Left arm threads right between the knees. And I go deep, I go low. Squeeze that upper arm with the legs, like nice and tight. It's like a vice grip. Boom. You can stay right here. Just enjoy this little twist. And balance. It's a lot. Or bend everything in. Get nice and tight like a ball. Put the weight in the feet to lift the hips. Put the weight in the hands. Get the hands underneath you. Send the weight forward. Keep squeezing that upper arm. Straighten the legs here. Keep squeezing. Breathing. Full fun. Bring everything back in. And settle down. This time, soles of the feet together. Deep breath in. And fold here. Slowly round up. Knees touch. Let's come onto our backs here. With the knees bent, just draw them in towards the chest. Give yourself a little roll on the low back. Should feel pretty good. Place the soles of the feet onto the ground. We're going to bump the hips over to the right. Let the knees descend to the left. Cactus the arms here. Send that right hip away. Feels good to give it a little pressure. A little extra space for it. Might feel good just to root that upper shoulder and anchor the right shoulder into the ground. And lift the knees back up through center. Bump the hips over to the left. Let the knees descend to the right. Anchor that left shoulder down. Gaze in the opposite direction here. Bring everything back up. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Grab the outside edges of the feet here. Pull the knees right into the armpits. And maybe a little rock and roll side to side. Keep a hold of the right leg and extend the left leg onto the ground. And if that's a little too much, you can bend that left knee and keep pulling the right knee in towards the armpit here. Flex that right foot. And if it feels good to send that left leg into the ground, go ahead and do that.
Maybe open the leg out towards the side a little bit. And rotate the toes and the knee out towards the side a little bit. Just kind of playing in that hip joint. And bring the leg back up. We're going to switch the grip and guide the leg across the body here. And it can stay bent, or you can straighten it. If you want to straighten it and grab a hold of the bottom of that foot, you can do that. Keep sending that hip away. Ooh, it's in the hamstrings there. And bring the leg back up through center. Bring the hips back underneath you. And give yourself a nice little hug again. Keep a hold of that left knee and grab the outside edge of that left foot. Pull the left knee in towards the armpit as the right leg extends onto the ground here. Pull that knee in, relax the head and the neck, creating some length on that right side body. By the way, if you're not grabbing that foot, you're grabbing the back of the knee. Blankets or a strap is really nice here too if you want it. And maybe bring that knee out to the side a little bit and rotate the toes and the heel out to the side slightly. And bring that leg across the body here. Scooch that hip underneath you. And you can bend the knee and let the knee come to the ground. You're feeling this nice little twist around the spine here, or you can straighten the leg. Grab a hold of the bottom of the leg and maybe even push that hip away. Remember, whatever feels good in the belly of the muscle. If it feels painful in the joint, you want to back off a little bit. A lot. Really anchor that left shoulder down. Bring the legs back up through center. Scooch those hips back underneath you. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice little hug here. And then a big old stretch. Reach as far away as possible. And then on the exhale, let's bring everything in nice and tight again. See if you can get your knees to your nose. Inhale, open it up as big as you can go. One more time, exhale, bring everything in nice and tight. Inhale, lift it up and get nice and big. And on the exhale, bring your hands by your sides and let the feet just kind of flop open nice and wide. Let the elbow creases and the inside edges of the feet face up towards the sky. And just let the breath breathe itself here. Give me kisses. There you go. Hi, baby. Can you give me a kiss? Hey. Come here. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Make small movements in your fingers and toes. And larger movements in your legs and arms. And hips and shoulders. And when you're ready, give yourself a little hug or a big old stretch or whatever you need in this moment. And in your own time, you'll turn to the right side and just be there for a moment. Gently pressing yourself up to where we started. Bringing hands to heart center. And take a deep breath in. Let it go with a sigh. Well done, you guys. Thanks. Namaste.